Hello and welcome, I hope you're having a great day or evening, and it might even get better because today we are playing Elemental Exiles, a deck building roguelike, quite similar to Slay the Spire but with a couple of twists and turns. First up, we have a few heroes to play with or as, each with their own decks and each with their own unique blessing. For example, Dave, fire cards cost 1 energy less but suffer 2 fire damage. This Yip, for example, thick-headed, increase all elemental and non-elemental damage dealt by 1, but skill cards cost 1 more energy to play. I will just quickly pick Brook and start the journey. First up here we have Inheritance. So I had a run before that, and if I finish a run, either successfully or not successfully, I can gain 1 blessing, 1 card, a bit of gold from that last run. So the further I went, the better my next run starts off. As you can see, this is quite a large map with a yellow circle indicating my first goal. We have 4 missions to fulfill, so 4 bosses we have to fight, and on the way we encounter events like this one, marked with a book, trapped in a nightmare. You know you're trapped, but blah 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 blah. Attack the creature, destroy a random attack card in your deck, destroy a random defend card in your deck, destroy a random skill card in your deck. I don't like the odds, but I destroy a random defend card. So, and that's basically the first event done. Okay. That was not very nice, but this is the first creature we will encounter. So, as you might see or know, Slay the Spire themed, we have cards, energy, enemies. So, let's get to it. First up, her blessing is water blocks are increased by 2 and increase your default energy by 1. So, we don't have 5 energy but 6. Here we have focus. The next card played this turn deals double damage. We can actually kill him with the first combination, because here we have shards, now deals 16 damage, he has 16 health, as well as this, he's currently casting an interruptible spell, so if we hit him twice, or kill him of course, he won't use his ability this turn. So I will just use this, but first up here is the first difference between Slay the Spire or typical deck building roguelikes. Each card has a life counter, so if we use that one, that life counter will go down by 1. So now we can only use this card 14 more times during a whole run. So I will finish the round because now he will attack us with 5. I use 7 water block. This is a water shield, so he deals non-elemental damage. This doesn't affect us that much, but in some other fights we have enemies that attack us with fire spells, water spells, or nature spells, and depending on our shield, the effectiveness is increased or not. If first card played this turn, apply to weakness, so decreasing his damage, but I don't think we will see the next turn because I power up with a shield and use Deluge. I think I pronounced it correctly. We deal as much damage as we have block up. So that was the first fight, quite easy. We get gold and cards. So these are all non-elemental cards because they are gray. Here we have deal 2 damage 2 times, gain 1 dark. This is a moral alignment. I'll explain that maybe during the run, don't know if it's necessary. If this card interrupts an enemy's action, gain 3 strength. We just saw an interruptible cast was being done by the enemy. If we use that card to interrupt the enemy, we would gain 3 strength, meaning we would deal more damage in the upcoming turns. So I will simply just attack them. We don't need to use any of these cards. First up, none of those guys will attack us, and furthermore, we have a limit to limited amount to use them. So here we have the first interruptible action. I will what will I do? I will use up Deluge, hopefully I pronounce it correctly, and attack him. But since it is water damage, it will deal water damage, and he has nature shield. The effectiveness of our attack will be halved, because water against nature is not very effective. We all played Pokemon, maybe all, but yeah. So I will... I will... We have 6 energy. I can use this. 1, 5, 3. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. I will use discard focus. Give us 7 water block and attack him. 14 damage. We got through the shield. Perfect. And now we can use Rend, because Rend, if this card interrupts an enemy's action, gain 3 strength. I will do that because now we have 3 strength. Increase any attack damage dealt. Perfect. I will hit him for 11 and he will attack us with 4 nature. We have 7, which should be enough, but since it is water and he attacks us with nature, he will deal the double amount of damage. That's why we get 1 damage attack. And let's finish him. Attack him a couple of times, he will just defend, so we don't need to use our cards. So I use this first because now he gets 2 weakness. And if we use that, we finish him. Perfect. So that's basically how the game works. What I have not yet explained is, wait, what will I want to gain? Exactly, is the light and dark, the moral alignments. These enemies right now would have dealt more damage if we were dark aligned. So if we had a dark stack, they would deal more damage against us. So we either can have light or dark, so they two cancel each other out. But I will use discard. Pestilence for poison is always a great thing to pick. So now we have fire damage and we are mostly water based. This is why this water block here is enough to stop his attack, because he will do half amount of damage. 14, the half is 7. But since I want to gain strength, I will deal 2 damage here. And now have 22 damage with discard. I could have actually killed him. I mean, how stupid am I? Especially because he has a flaming body. Counterattacks for 2 fire damage. So I want to attack him with a shield, which I will do in a second. I'll just finish him off. Use this. So now we have 7 block. Since he will attack us with fire, it is halved, so it would be 1.5 because he attacks with 3. Yada yada yada. Attack him again. And now before we finish him, I want to have a water shield up so I don't get damaged at all, because the health goes through all the fights. So if we lose health in one fight, we have the same health issue in the next turn. Deal 5 fire damage if the enemy loses HP. Apply 1 vulnerable, exactly that one. So I will basically skip all through these fights so you can see the boss fight as well. So I have now reached the first boss mission, and also in the shop, since I wanted to show you how to regain health. Yeah, it was by choice. I can spend this gold to heal up 40% of our maximum health. That would be nice. We could also buy blessings, which only have a duration of 4 fights. We can gain items. We already have 1 out of 4. We could buy more cards, but since I like to have my health at 100%, I will start the fight after regaining all the health. So, now, what can we do? First up, here we have 3 enemies. I will attack him once because I want to use Rend to block him, give us some strength, and also use Mulligan. We throw away the cards and gain new cards. So, what do I want to do? I want to use these elf. Wow, these 11 water damage. I just started saying it in German, but with an English accent for some reason, because 11 is elf in German. So I will finish them off before I start going crazy. I will finish him quickly, and I will be dealt 4 damage. I should be fine. He, however, intends to use a buff. He can buff both of them, so if he gives the whole team more attack power, he will deal more attack damage in this turn. So let's see what he does. No, he heals, which is fine, I guess. Now, I cannot stop this attack because we don't have 4 hits in our hand right now. But what I can do is use the focus, increase damage from this card, give him 4 poison. Now this poison ticks. Now he gave them more armor, more strength, and they will deal 10 fire damage. Luckily we have water shields, but I want to take care of him first. Since he has non-elemental damage, we can block him with those 7. We can't block him after that, so let's deal enough damage to finish him. Perfect. And his fire attack will be halved, so only 5 damage instead of 10. So I will quickly use up all the cards. He now has a fire shield and we have water attack. So 7 against 12. He would block it, but since it's water against fire, sucks to be you. Because now we got through your shield. And put up another shield for us. Give him poison. And I want to use the water block. Increase our damage with this card. 8 damage from here. And we are basically done with the first mission, which is also story related. So every character has a unique story, some text you can or cannot read depending on how you want to play the game, because here we have attacking a water mage with fire was a rookie mistake. Even an apprentice like you can see that. Also, we are an apprentice. Did not know that, did not read her story. That's how much I care. So here is the next story mission. We won't go through all of those just to get to there, because we have basically seen everything we wanted to see, except every deck building roguelike usually has a roguelike map where you can't traverse back, so there's only the way forward. But look, we can traverse backwards. Yes, what a nice little addition, and can actually choose the route where we want to go through, either through here or here. Since I already discovered mostly the whole of the map, not the north passage, but I know, for example, here is a 3-star boss fight, which is very dangerous, very powerful. So I would want to go through here, through this boss. It's a 1-star, what a noob, and go through here or up here, 2-star boss fight, and finish this mission then after that. So that's basically how Elemental Exiles work. I hope you had a fun time. If not, thanks for still watching, and have a great day or evening.